So now in present time, what is it that you are doing? Are you auditing?
Yes, and I have a field practice. I've had a field practice for many years. In fact, when I left Celebrity Center, a lot of the celebrities came with me into my field practice in Los Angeles. And I had 50 different field auditors on how to do the OCA test properly, the personality profile, so you're not doing people in, make them feel bad. You're doing it in a way that helps them look at themselves, because people are carrying around this thing and you're helping them put it out there and have a look. So I believe that all the answers are within themselves. It's not for someone else to evaluate or tell them how to think or what to think. So when I was doing the field practice, I had a practice in Santa Barbara with 2 millionaires and a practice in Los Angeles, and I was commuting back and forth. When I sold my field practice in Santa Barbara, I had 3 Class 8s working for me, and I'm a Class 8. Sold it to Larry Little, one of the Class 8s, and he told me recently that within a few months, David Mayo arrived in Santa Barbara to start his ACC, and he came right to my place. So I just missed that whole independent movement of Scientology. The thing that I really would like to say is, when I was on the ship and I was going to be Commodore Staff 5 for the tech, for Hubbard, I had a realization the night before my appointment that the whole game of Scientology in the Sea Org is a pyramid shape with Hubbard at the top. And he's the only source of this game. The person closest to source on the tech line, you can't be source.
Right.
So you can't be responsible. So I wrote up a very nice thing saying no thank you, that I'd like to go out and do my own game. And Hubbard acknowledged this and wished me good wishes. He wrote a note to me saying best wishes. And
there was no confessional before routing out? And
no,
RPF stopping you? No RPF?
No, I went on a leave. This is 1970. And I went to Hannah Eltringham, who's got videos on. She was in FOLO, something in Los Angeles, running the Sea Organization. And she wanted me to check in with her, and she read me off this flag order from Hubbard, showed it to me and read it off to me. It was Candy Swanson epitomizes the supreme test of a Thetan, the ability to make things go right. And that's what I had done the whole time. And so it gave me such an acknowledgement by Hubbard, because I told her that Hubbard said I could go out and do my own game, you know, and she said, I believe you. Here, look at this flag order just came out. And she said, but before you go on your leave, go check with Yvonne. She's starting something and she needs some help. So I went
and
next
that's when
door.
Celebrity Center started,
It's
and
just
that's
starting.
Story.
And I got paid directly by the celebrities in the beginning, did my own CSing. So I have a lot of experience. I think that's what's important in Scientology is that you do everything that you can do.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Tatiana, for having come to our party and interviewing all our friends and letting people know what's happening. Tatiana is doing a fabulous job on keeping history.
Thank you. I had one more question, though.
Sure.
How do you see the future of Scientology? What do you think, where we are all going to?
Well, the organization, I believe, is in a lower ethics condition. I believe it's in a games condition. And I actually developed, as a field auditor, Exchange by Dynamics, which I wrote up and sent up to LRH as a gift. This is when I just finished at Celebrity Center. And I didn't want my name put on it, but I gave it to him as a gift because I was starting to really see how all these dynamics are really related, and how when you're clear on your own first dynamic, you may have an unclear second dynamic.
Right.
The third dynamic has its own case, and I believe the group of Scientology as a church has one of the biggest cases or banks on the planet. I think they've done a lot of overts, have a lot of withholds, and I think the ethics has to go in before the tech could really
How about
be
the
applied.
future of Scientology outside the church?
Not as an organization, just let's separate. There is an organization,
Yeah, that's
but that's not
important.
what I was asking you actually about. I was asking about the Scientology, the philosophy, the technology. What do you think? What future is there for it? Scientology
personally
technology.
or for
No,
everybody?
for the
How I see
Scientology
it?
technology. How do you see it in the tomorrow, in the next year, in the next 100 years? What do you think? Does it have a future at all?
I think it's the future of each person and how they can use it in their daily lives. And I think that with the relationships, I mean, I think it's on a very basic level. I believe that in Scientology, in this game where there's a carrot, and this isn't just in the church, a carrot being hung out there so people are going for this thing on this never-ending bridge that goes on and on. They're missing doing the things right here and right now to take care of their own lives. So I think it's a very skipped gradient. I think that there's a big future for it as long as people are able to really use the tech.
Okay, and what do you suggest? What do we do? So we are on the right way, like on the right gradient. So what would you say, us who wants the Scientology as a tool to be there, available for those who want to use it? What do you suggest? What do we do?
Communication, don't limit. Who you can talk to is very important. To each person be able to say whatever they think and feel and share a philosophy and have different points of view. I think it's good to honor and respect Hubbard's point of view, but I think each of us has something to offer and give.
As much as you know him, what do you think he would say about if the tech, all the tech, no, well, not the upper levels, but basic books, basic courses and stuff would be available free on the internet, like internet library where you can get the course materials or read the book and then do the course with supervisor on the internet through the webcam? Or how do you see it fit? Does it fit into the future picture? Like, how do you think Hubbard would say about this internet field for the Scientology? What do you think?
Well, I think it needs to, what would you call that? Metamorphosize,
Right.
you know, become into a different form. Because
Yes.
I really think it should be free.
Yes.
Free. The information should be available to everybody.
And people should be free to practice it and not be called squirrels or names or the church try to condemn us or say anything. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. The internet is international. Nobody can stop us anymore.
Right.
One
So
last,
it makes hope. There's hope for the future now.
yeah, okay. And one last question. You said that you were practicing still, right? You said that there were a lot of people coming out with you.
Yes.
So if somebody is watching now this interview on the YouTube, he really been impressed with you and he has a hope or something, how is he going to find you? Where does he go to find you and get the service from you?
He can look me up on Facebook
Facebook?
under SAND, S-A-N-D, CAN, C-A-N,
Syndicate.
SAND CAN.
Send Can on the Facebook.
Yes.
And she's an excellent ethics hunting. I know you are.
Okay.
And we've done things together.
Yeah.
I'm very proud to be your friend.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very
Tatiana.
much. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom.